If you've never met my next guest, then you're in for a real treat. It's my old pals, life coach couple Nick and Eva Speakman, and they're here today to talk about tips on maintaining a healthy lifestyle and losing weight. Thank you very much for coming in. It's been a while, hasn't it?
It's been too long, hasn't it?
It has.
Yeah.
Great to see you.
Thank you.
As I mentioned there, you've come in because you've got the key to something that most people out there want to know about, which is losing weight.
That's
Tell
absolutely
us more.
right. Well, over probably the last 10 years, we've been working on the idea of, well, why can't people lose weight? There's actually believe it or not, 30,000 recognised diets in the world.
Big business, isn't it?
It is, and the fact is, none of them work. And why don't they work? Because we've got a conscious mind and we've got an unconscious mind. And basically, as soon as you decide to go on a diet and stop eating a particular food, you crave it. That's how it works. And that's why people can't stick with diets. So what we looked at was, well, how can we change the way that people look at food on an unconscious level? And if we can change that, you take away the craving, and therefore they will not eat the food. And that's what we've been experimenting with. We've had some amazing successes. And on the 27th of February, we're actually having a seminar in Manchester where we're showing people these techniques, which are amazing.
And we've had some really great results with it, because what's the key behind it is, I mean, you've probably been in a restaurant yourself and you look at the menu and you can actually you start to taste what it is you're looking at. And that made us realise that if you're reading something and kind of imagining the taste, then that must mean that the taste is somehow psychologically programmed. So we started testing this out, and we came up with this great treatment which we've perfected. And just to give you an example of how successful we've been with it, we had a lady who's 57 years old, her name's Marilyn, and in less than a year she's gone from a size 22 to a size 14.
Wow.
And just simply by taking away her craving for eating chocolate and cheese and onion crisps, as it happens. Right. Because what she was finding is if she fancied chocolate or she wanted chocolate or crisps, once she started eating them, she couldn't stop. So now she just has no interest in chocolate or crisps. So she's still just living her life as she does, doing a little bit of exercise just as she did before, and the weight has just dropped off with, as she put it, with no effort, which is really brilliant.
So it's not a diet as such then, is it? You're
No,
not going to tell us what we should and shouldn't be eating, because I know, like you said, a lot of these diets, you go into it and automatically you feel like you're missing out, don't you?
Of course you do, yeah. I mean, it's so true, Nikki, because that's what we always say, that the only one thing that every diet has in common is that they don't work. You know, you go on a diet, you become food obsessed. Don't you think about when am I going to eat next? What can I eat? So we feel that being on a diet is not the right way. It's everything in moderation. It's obviously exercise as well, because that's important for a healthy heart and for a healthy person. But the thing is that if you feel that you crave something that's not good for you, it's the way that we've started looking at it is, you know, eat what you want in moderation. But if there's something that you specifically know that you're eating far too much of and you know it's not good for you, then this is where our revolutionary treatment comes in.
But it actually works in the opposite effect as well, because for example, we had someone that came to us and he was eating too many chips, and we took the chips away and he doesn't eat them anymore. But his daughter said, "Dad, why is it that Mum makes me eat broccoli and you never eat it?" And he'd never eaten broccoli.
Good question.
Yeah, absolutely. That's putting you on the spot, isn't it? And he'd never eaten broccoli. So what we did, where we took the chips away, or his psychological profiling of the chips, we replaced it with broccoli. So now broccoli is one of his favourite foods.
Blimmin' heck.
And he doesn't eat the chips.
All sounds quite scientific. Unfortunately, we're just running out of time, but I just want to play devil's advocate a little bit.
Yeah,
because
go for
I
it.
eat loads of chocolate.
Okay.
I would quite like it if I didn't eat quite as much, but I don't want you to take it all away. So what do you do in that case then? Can you kind of teach people how to have less of it?
Yes, we can.
A world without chocolate for me would be a very miserable place, I have to tell you.
I think that's the same with a lot of people. But yes, there is an intermediate step where we could just make you eat less.
OK, well, unfortunately, we're out of time because there's plenty of questions I could ask you on behalf of everybody out there. 27th of February in Rochdale. If people want to know more, they can get in contact with us. Well, it was lovely to see you again.
You too.
Thank you again soon.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Take care.